the city. I love living in the city.
Welcome once again to Nevermind us after our year and a couple months hiatus. We've decided to finally come back after, I guess, sort of just staying busy for a good year.
Is rising again.
Cuckoo! With us, as always, it's me, Adrian Otero, and Ariel.
Yeah, Ariel.
And Sapo.
Also known as Edgar.
Actually, the artist formerly known as Sapo, now Edgar.
Yeah, I'm done with Sapo.
Or you're going to be like...
Are you really done with Sapo?
It's done.
Yeah.
So no
Done
more
deal.
introducing Sapo?
You know what you should do now?
I've been trying my
You should be like
hardest.
Will.i.am and have a hashtag in it. So
Hashtag.
put Edgar, hashtag. That'd be good, huh?
I guess, I don't know.
I think you should go with your actual real name, though.
What?
I hate my real name, dude. Come on. Don't go there.
Edgar?
Symbolize this. Huh? I don't know if it was just misspelling or... I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
All right. Well, the main thing to get out of this is that we're back, and we're gonna be coming to you guys maybe twice
A month?
a
maybe?
month, which is good because you guys won't get bored.
Depending on
Yeah.
what our schedule looks
Schedule
like, I
is
guess.
We're pretty much trying to be like Marin and eventually just get our own cartoon, or what's it called? Comedy Central show. Oh no, IFC
Like
show.
who?
Marin.
Right.
It's a show.
It's a show
go
on
ahead.
Netflix. It's pretty interesting. It's not interesting. The first episode was pretty cool, but then after that, just went to hell for me.
No. Second
Is
season
it
gets
about
really fun.
podcast or some shit?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a guy who. Well, the guy actually has a famous podcast called "What the Fuck"
Yeah.
with Mark Maron, and they gave him a show.
And he does it in his garage, and sometimes people interrupt him when he's broadcasting, interviewing.
I like how sometimes the people interrupt
Yeah.
us.
But it's a pretty good show, actually. I thought it was a pretty good show. If you stick
On
through
Netflix?
it past a couple episodes, it's actually quite good.
So what, is it just about his life and shit? Or what?
No, this guy's he's like us, pretty much.
No, he's like Sappho.
Yeah, and if I couldn't watch it, this guy reminds me too much of somebody. Except he gets laid, not me.
And he's still miserable after.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much a guy who's just like, I guess in reality he was going to kill himself like in 2000 something, but then he started in the garage, in his garage, and then he started doing the podcast from his garage, I guess, just to do it part after he lost his other radio job.
I wonder if he tried to kill himself with a steak knife or with a fork.
Fork, probably.
Let's not go there.
No, actually, this guy's supposed to be a little bit better than Sapo, so he'd probably use a spork instead.
Yes, Sapo, that is what a spork is.
All right, so I'll just go around and say and ask what we've been doing. So we'll start with Ariel. What have you been doing, Ariel?
The past year and a half.
For the past?
Let me start off with point one.
Okay, for the last year and a half, Ariel didn't do shit, tell you the truth. Just get drunk and be Ariel, annoying everybody. But recently, Ariel fucking took a trip to NYC. Second one from the gang to actually go over there.
Who was
and
the first
visit.
one?
Me, obviously.
I thought you were.
Man, you were
just
outside the city limousine.
Nigga,
That doesn't count.
I was in Brooklyn.
That doesn't count.
I was right there with my boy Biggie.
You said you were in NYC. That's New York City, bro.
Huh?
That's not even close to. You're outside in the outskirts.
I just saw the buildings
Dead.
and I got really close to the Brooklyn Bridge, pretty much it. But
You're like,
hey,
all right, that's enough of New York.
I was sight.
Yeah.
I was a sight distance from Brooklyn Bridge. Technically, I was on it.
yeah, Ariel was on it. I like Ariel's selfies, and everybody saw those. He took a selfie
Well,
on the.
is it really a selfie if somebody took it
Somebody
for
else
you?
took it though.
Oh,
yeah,
Not
see,
really.
so that's
Oh.
a different.
Hey, I don't have like a 40
The
feet
selfie
long
stick.
fucking head and shit.
they have those sticks that they sell.
Yeah,
But that Brooklyn picture was like for fucking 20 feet away, bro.
Talking about your
trip.
Empire State Building.
Oh yeah, your
Oh,
whole
what do you mean?
experience.
It's expensive to go up there, man. It's kind
How
of
much
not
was
worth
it?
How
it.
much is it?
Yeah.
Well, because we got like the It's like some stupid ass fucking.
Don't tell me it's like a premium pack, like you can walk.
So we're walking on the street and they said, "Oh, New York City, I think it was like $61," and like they get you up there and stuff. But then beforehand, they have like the stupid little thing, you know, those rides that move. Like you sit down and it like elevates and shit.
Yeah.
Like the platforms that move around.
Was it like a taxi?
You know how the Star Tours?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a virtual.
Yeah.
And it was like the most stupid like 80s video ever. Kevin Bacon was the star of the video.
Wow.
I was going like, what the fuck? And it was
That's
like,
Sapo's dreams right there.
Totally experienced a New York dream, man.
That shit was stupid.
What was the video about?
Oh, they were just taking you around New York City. Like, they even show you the World Trade Center. It's like, oh, World Trade Centers, blah, blah. Like, I was going like, this shit's kind of outdated. But like, for real, like, it was like Kevin Bacon. Like, he was like I guess he was the relevant star back then. I don't know. Up and coming. So, he was like making stupid ass jokes. It was stupid. Like the most fucking retarded
no,
shit.
it's not that he's a relevant star. It shows you how far down he went. He was,
But it was like in the
virtual
80s.
Really? That's terrible what they showed 9/11.
Up there is pretty cool though. It was cool. I think going up the top of the rock at NBC Studios, it's a lot better than the Empire State. It's cheaper too.
Which building is taller?
The Empire.
Okay.
But the other one had pretty good views. It was more centralized towards the north side, so you have pretty good views of the north side and Central Park. And Empire State Building is kind of like, well, actually, you still could see him since you're taller up. I don't know. I felt cheated by the Empire State Building.
Well, $61 to watch
like they wasted 15 minutes of my life with Kevin Bacon. So once that happened, I kind of wanted to flip tables over. But
so, what's the next thing you did after that, or what's another memorable thing you did? Like, finally, I know over here in the West Coast, the big thing is pizza and like New York pizza in the battle.
Oh. Well, the pizza over there was pretty good. Lombardi's.
I heard you almost
that shit was
OD'd on
dope.
mozzarella.
Oh, went to some Italian food place. I got like Italian nachos or some shit. Mm-hmm. The mozzarella they had topped on top, that shit was fucking bomb as fuck. It was like homemade, man. The beers were over there were pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Went to this brewery. They had a stout and a porter. They were good and they're cheap. I think they're like $2 in happy hour.
Shit.
Damn.
It was good. And then got drunk with my manager. We stayed there till like 2 drinking vodka Red Bulls the whole night.
Jeez.
That's the thing you do here. Like,
Difference is in New York. That's the difference.
okay, how was Central Park?
Central Park is big, man.
Yeah.
I saw the John Lennon Memorial, the mosaic, and like it's right in front of where he got shot, where he was staying at. So that's pretty cool.
What do you think about Times Square?
Oh, did you go to Times Square?
Yeah, I went to Times Square. It's like whatever, man.
Everybody's...
I don't know, like the whole tourist things are kind of whack.
Yeah, I would think so.
Like I saw him like the first and second day. I did it, and it was like...
I guess.
But I think like what's probably would be a lot better is like knowing where like all the underground shows are at, and like I could picture myself like walking there and then just going different places.
Like a regular.
Kind of.
I guess.
Like there's bars like every other corner, especially in downtown where like Times Square. Like you'll walk by and then you'll see like Scottish pubs, Irish pubs.
Wow.
Like a bunch of pubs like everywhere.
Well, did you go to Wall Street?
Yeah, I went to Wall Street.
Was it cool? Well, what's so cool about that place?
There's really
Did you see anybody doing cocaine?
nah. It was like towards the night. I went to World Trade Center too.
How was that?
It was cool, I guess. They have those islands, those fountains, the tower, the waterfalls, where they stand.
Where they, yeah. Oh, it's just pretty much a waterfall's going down?
So basically, where like the whole building, where it's square, it's like a big square, empty, like just waterfalls going down. Yeah. Both of them are the same. Where the old towers.
How far down did they go?
I think they're probably like 40 feet down.
It's
pretty deep, yeah. Because I think it goes all the way down to where the basement.
It's like a museum down there or something, right?
There's a museum on top.
Down there. Huh.
There's a museum on top, and then they have that monument thing with the beams. You know, the ones that look kind of like a spine. Mm-hmm. And
how's the new building, actually?
I think it's fucking tall as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, the World Trade 1 or whatever.
But how does it look? Is it good?
Does it look futuristically?
Kinda. It looks better than the old World Trade Center.
The World Trade Center.
I'm not saying we should thank 9/11. I'm just kidding.
Well, the World Trade Centers looked pretty much dated. I think the
Hell
day
yeah.
that they were
Like
completed.
the 80s, 70s.
Yeah.
Like that's what you
Yeah.
picture the buildings to look like. But they're constructing the second one already, I think.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
I thought there was only going to be one.
two.
That's interesting.
There's a lot of cathedrals like in the middle. Well, you know
Yeah.
how there's like a lot of cathedrals right there. So there's like business buildings, and then you'll see a church in the middle.
You know what's kind of interesting too? I guess even a couple years ago, they were still finding human remains from 9/11.
Damn.
Yeah, because after they collapsed, the bodies were scattered, and body parts were scattered.
They found one in a roof.
They did?
No, I'm just playing with you.
Well, I wouldn't doubt it. They did, and
10
also
years
like,
later,
probably they're gonna keep finding
I'm
them
pretty,
every
yeah, I'm
once in
pretty
a
sure you
while.
keep on finding for a while.
probably. The subway system's pretty cool over there, man. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's really efficient.
Is
Well,
it-
kinda.
It's clean
Sometimes-
now, right?
Not really. Like
It's
first time
not
you go down
graffiti?
there, it smells like piss.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the first thing.
The second time, it
You're
still
used
smells
to
like
it.
piss.
You're used to it. And then the third time, you're the one taking the piss.
Damn.
No, it was cool.
Oh.
I walked through Brooklyn, like through the projects.
Yeah.
Like it was actual like what you picture. It's like 4 buildings with like a little crosswalk in the middle,
Yeah.
and then like little parks on each side, and it looks straight up like the ghetto. Like there's people hanging out and shit.
Like the stereotypical
Projects,
housing
yeah.
developments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I drove through. I was driving through there.
You drove
We
And
to
then-
drove through everywhere.
Yeah. So I saw the projects and I saw like the homeboys hanging out, but they weren't Mexican, they were black. So kind of scared.
Oh my God.
What?
So you saw Puerto Ricans or whatever over there, or Cubans. You
Yeah.
would be like, all right, I'll dig with them.
Because I wanted to go buy some Domino's because they have a 24-hour
What
Domino's.
the fuck? Oh, some pizza. I thought you
Yeah.
were saying Domino's.
No.
Like some,
I'll go gamble right now.
that's what I was thinking too. I was like, Jesus Christ.
No,
Like,
I was gonna go get some Domino's pizza, and they're open 24 hours. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
but it was right next to the project, so I was like, I'm not from around there, so didn't want to,
yeah.
But then I saw like a nerdy Jewish guy going in there, so I was like,
It's not that bad.
Yeah,
I don't think
I don't know, though.
I don't think it would be that bad. Obviously there's crime and there's people who.
That's like that everywhere, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Coney Island is kind of a dead.
Is it
The
really
zone.
ugly? Well, you said you saw it during winter.
Well,
right?
yeah, it's
So
closed during winter, so
Did you see any rats?
not really. To tell you the truth,
Keep on-
I just saw their trash system. It's like just piles and piles of trash at night, because they have no like, there's nowhere else to put it, so they have to put it outside in the street. So all the trash just gets piled up, and then they pick it up.
That's fucking ugly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's how it is. They built a city like that, There's no way, like all the buildings are all together, so there's like no alleys or anything.
Yeah.
So they really have nowhere to put dumpsters or anything.
But it's quite efficient if you think about it.
Not really.
No, don't you think just putting a bunch of trash out and then...
Well, that's why there's rats and shit, because everything's outside. They're just
true.
on the street.
Maybe they should put trash cans in the street.
Well, then there's not gonna be no room
For
like,
parking spaces.
The street's just barely big enough for like the sidewalks are barely big enough for people to walk by,
Well,
and then it's street.
I think the logical thing would be to then have a tall trash can that's not as wide.
Makes no sense.
Right?
So anyway, Ariel, how was CBGB's?
Oh, yeah. How's Neiman
You mean
Marcus?
X CBGB?
Whatever.
It was closed when I went there. I saw it from the outside. It's like
Kind of sad, no?
kind of sad.
Yeah, in a way it is.
It's like damn. Now it's some posh furniture. I don't know what the fuck that place is.
Did you go
Terrible.
to the Joey Ramone? No, it's Neiman Marcus or something like that, right?
What?
In the store?
Oh, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It's like a store with like furniture or paintings or some shit.
Oh, yeah, I think it is like
Sculptures
Neiman
or some
Marcus.
shit.
And I think they are the ones who bought it, and they still have an original. Like
Well, yeah, I
telling
was
you
trying to
stuff.
stop down like with locks and shit, because I guess it's like the most stolen sign in New York City.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then I went over to the Thompson Square Park.
Yeah.
I think it looks different than from what I've seen in videos. There's like
Yeah.
no more. You know how before there was like a little stage thingy?
Uh-huh.
It's not there no more.
What?
It's like
What is it now? Just a regular park?
Well, tell the people about the Thompson Square Park. Little
remember that's
history.
where like
Oh, yeah. Explain a little bit.
Fugazi, Minor Threat,
Well, from what I understand,
Reagan
it was for a lot of
protest.
punk bands from
Well-
the 80s and stuff. They
Will
played
play.
there a lot.
Yeah, and also hanged out there.
Well, yeah,
I
it was like the
suppose-
brewery. Like that whole area is right there. Like
Mhm.
everything's like within walking distance, a couple blocks.
Yeah, so it was a pretty big spot for the music scene during that time. And kind of, I guess now
It's a pretty big park. It's just now they have like, even like the grass is like, they have fencing around the grass. I guess people can't even go in there. They have to go through only where the like designated areas are at and shit. It's like kind of weird.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that's sad. Like, it's really sad that when they like they shut down like venues and they kick people out of the parks and.
Well, that's one of the
They don't really kick them out. They more like regulate where they conjugate.
Well,
we got a park that's 40 acres, but you can only get on 10.
but New York City is always sort of synonymous with gentrification. And did you see
Dude.
anything like that?
Everywhere is gentrified.
Yeah,
like,
but I'm saying that place is like
especially
primarily...
especially like in the financial district, because you know how Little Italy, Chinatown, those were like the lower end was like the most of the minorities and like people, all the immigrants will hang out because that was like the lower end. So like Little Italy is like 2 blocks now. Literally, like it got reduced down to like 2 blocks. Like you go in there, you walk out, it's done. Like for real, like it got reduced down to
That's
like
terrible.
2 blocks. Chinatown, it's a little bit bigger just because there is more market and stuff. Like everybody's selling their souvenirs and shit. But
Way more cheap.
it was kind of. I was going like, I don't know about that, but,
You're fucking
but
stupid.
everything got gentrified because it's financial district. People want more higher end housing and stuff.
Yeah, space.
I hate gentrification.
There's especially like all the high end brands like clothing stores.
What about
They took over all that place. Like there's like every clothing store they have a store there.
What about the park that you went to? Did you see sort of gentrification happening around it, like upscale housing being created around it? And because I'm assuming because they held shows there and there was venues there, it
There's
was
a lot
more
of construction
area.
going on. Like a lot of the old buildings are being teared down and new it's like new condos and shit are being built around everywhere.
Crazy.
Yeah,
I hate that.
That's how it is though,
yeah, it's pretty much the norm.
And like everybody says traffic is bad in New York City. It's not. I think the reason why people don't drive in there is because parking's a bitch to get. Like I think the parking I paid for parking one time. It was like $36.
Whoa.
Holy shit!
And then there's like parking structures is really hard to find at all, if you can even find at all.
Yeah,
Damn.
I think because I drove through it. It's not bad at all. It's pretty cool. Went underneath the tunnels and everything.
Yeah.
So, if you were to go back, would you do what other residents of New York do and have a bike instead?
Nah, I'm good.
I can imagine everyone with a bike.
I was gonna get a city bike too. I was going like,
Are you gonna rent one?
I can imagine.
that's why you rent them. The
Ariel's
city bikes.
gonna be screaming to your left,
I'll be kicking people's cars and shit
breaking side
with a chain,
mirrors.
breaking the windows.
Ariel becomes Spike from Portlandia.
It's over.
Oh God. What happened?
I also saw that. One last thing that I saw you post. I think you either posed in front or you took a picture of the little mural for the Clash's lead singer.
Oh yeah, for
Fuck
damn
you.
it, I forgot his name.
It's drawing a blank right now.
Hold on.
Suffa?
Joe Strummer.
Joe
Strummer,
Strummer. There you
Yeah, it's outside some bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's right in front of Thompson Square Park actually.
Yeah.
That
Really?
bar is like right in front of it. That's what I was telling you.
No, go ahead.
So like Thompson Square Park,
Stupid.
like I was telling you guys, like everything's.
Sad.
If we're in the 80s or the 70s,
Yeah.
like everything was centralized around Bowery because that's like where everything was going on. Because that was like the lower end neighborhoods. Like everything in the South Side was like lower end neighborhoods.
All that died out. I think it died out like in 2005.
I think it died out a little bit earlier, bro.
No, because my friend told me about it when she went over there. And
Who's your
she said-
friend?
I'm not gonna talk about my friend, anyways. My friend told me she went over there back in 2004. I was supposed to go with her, but I didn't end up going. But Thomas Square Park was full of train hoppers and people like that.
Homeless
and then
people.
I guess maybe when they closed down CBGB's, that's when they
When they closed down CBGB's?
closed CBGB's down at 2008.
I think it was before that, man.
No,
Yeah,
what's
that-
up? I think
That was like 2004 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2004.
Because one of the coworkers I used to work with, he used to be touring with Psychobilly bands. He went in 2001 to CBGB's, and I think they closed it in 2003.
Also, then I'm
2002.
guessing that's when they started kicking everybody out.
Well, yeah, it's something obviously
Well,
major
it's
happened.
basically gentrification,
Yeah.
trying to get rid of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, I think that's why they did the parks, by putting gates over all the grass areas, only leaving the cement. Nobody's gonna want to sleep on the cement when it's fucking cold as fuck.
They came down the street in a panic, I wristband the night behind the bus. So I am walking home and I was thinking so, all alone. Blasted lots, swinging transferring people to buy that things of those. It ain't straight, talk the streets, just the same, size for feet. Busters, busters, busters do. Busters, busters, busters do. Here they come, bearing down, gonna run you out of town. Pick on you for the clothes you wear, pick on you for the colour of your hair. Busters, busters, busters do. Busters, busters, busters do.
Also, that obviously recently in New York, what happened was with the Eric Garner case where he was choked out by a NYPD
That was
officer.
Brooklyn, wasn't it?
What I'm saying, what I was gonna ask you is, did you notice anything regarding that?
No, well,
Any like tension between the police officers, or maybe just
Isn't there? Don't they have a
just in
stupid ass
different
law?
sorts of?
If you look suspicious, they can search you. Left there,
yeah.
man.
I think they took it off already though.
Oh,
They
did?
might have
Okay.
already. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much it was. They can frisk anyone.
As
pretty much.
for reasonable doubt of suspicion.
Yeah,
So
and that
basically-
reason could just be
You walking there
yeah.
at
Then
night,
you're like, okay, I'm gonna.
or you walking there at 12 a.m. in the morning and you shouldn't be there or some shit.
Yeah.
If they say, "Oh, you look out of place," we could search you.
Yeah. Well, that.
But that's
thing's
because
over.
the whole 9/11 terror thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
So many laws got put into place just because everybody got scared.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was always like that in New York, but cops seem to travel like in packs everywhere.
Ooh.
There's like I've never seen like a little cop group without at least 4 of them
Oh,
walking. So,
That's crazy.
But-
remember how in the video too, there's like multiple cops there.
Mhm.
So now I know why they always travel like in little
Little
packs.
clicks.
Yeah,
Weird, huh?
That is
That's
pretty weird.
probably the one place where you could say they act more like a gang
exactly.
than a
Because
civil
basically,
force.
like, if they do need to use force, they're gonna overdo with force because you have multiple persons acting on adrenaline.
Yeah.
They're just having 1 or 2 cops.
Yeah.
You're gonna have 4 people trying to beat up somebody trying to do them.
You know, that's why I discussed with some people as well, where they thought, why would you resist a police officer? And I told them, well, the whole point of it is that the chokehold that was placed on the guy was illegal in the
tactic.
organization. Then that means that what they did was illegal.
They had other means
A
of
lot
restraint.
of people don't seem to realize that and seem to completely forget that yes, police officers are important, but they still have to fall
There's
within
guidelines.
within those guidelines.
Yeah,
Well,
because chokehold is not an approved method for any police station.
yeah, I think funny enough, I guess it was like in the 1970s, 1960s, something like that. The same thing happened where somebody was choked to death, which is odd, huh? Yeah. And history just tends to repeat itself like that.
in Brooklyn, it was pretty funny. I took a piss outside because I was in the gasoline station. There was like a black guy, there was a guy right there. He was all going like, because he was like,
That's a big cock.
no,
Oh my god!
he was like guarding the restroom or something.
York.
He was like guarding the restroom or something. Like he was cleaning it so he would get money, and then we're with the other coworkers, and they had to use the restroom, so they went first, just because it was 2 girls, so they went in, and I had to take a piss bad, so I just went behind the dumpster, and so going like, and when I came back out, he was going like, "Do you really just took a piss outside, man? Come on, man. I cleaned the restrooms out here for you, and this is what you do."
What? It is pretty much a douche move.
No, it's not really. You think about it. It's like not really. They're going like, "Come on, man." And there's a cop right here. Come on. I was going like, I don't care.
You told him that?
Yeah.
Strata Rialto.
When he's like, "You're nothing but trouble, man. I need to get away from
No, it
you."
was weird because the
get
guy
me
was like,
choked.
he was like, I don't know. It's just a fucking weird situation. I was going like, if we were back over there, it wouldn't care.
All right. Well, getting on now to Sapa. What have you been doing this past year?
Well, not really anything.
Well, obviously,
No.
I think our
obviously-
last podcast was pre-DUI, right?
and it was pre-Amazon as well.
pre-Amazon
So
too.
obviously,
Okay.
Well,
okay.
Amazon happened as a
Yeah.
as a result
right.
of a DUI, though.
All right, quick update with myself.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to go there, but you guys mentioned it, and now everybody's all like, Want
What's
another
going
cheese,
on?
man?
What's going on?
What's going on with that again?
Anyways, I was driving trucks here to Texas and back and forth. Thank God that's over.
Not Texas. Weren't you going up north?
No, I was just going to Texas,
Oh.
back and forth in Texas, and then it all happened really weird because everyone went to a date, and then at Ritual, and I had a few drinks, and I drove, and I got a DUI, got pulled over. Well, I didn't get really well, anyways, I'm not going to go into detail
Weren't
what
you
happened.
alone?
Yeah, I was alone.
Oh yeah, Giovanni and them came later, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got DUI, and it's been already like 6 months. Actually, it's almost going to be a year since that happened.
So it's clear now?
No, it's going to be cleared in September.
Oh, not bad.
But I've been taking DUI classes, education classes, and then I've been taking group therapy.
How's the group therapy?
Huh? Amazing. I'm the
Sad part is he goes to DUI classes hungover.
Oh, at work?
No. I've been there a little bit hungover sometimes. Not gonna lie.
Oh,
This just proved now. You just incriminated yourself.
Fuck. Anyways, they're pretty cool people in there. I mean, people get DUIs. You know, sometimes they get them by stupidity. Some people just get it from bad luck. Some are just
well,
retarded.
if you drink and then you drive, isn't that just stupidity?
I guess.
Because it's not bad luck. Well, I guess if you don't get caught, you don't get, you know.
I heard so many DUI stories now that.
Well, like what?
Like, well, I guess this guy had a few drinks, but then his tire popped.
And he flipped over or something?
No, and then when he pulled over to change the tire, and I guess somebody called the cops on him to see if we could help him out. When the cop came,
Oh, there you go.
when the cop came, he noticed that he was a little like tipsy. I was like, "Hey, you had a little bit too much drink." No, they checked him and got DUI.
Damn, that sucks. I would have kept on driving my tire.
There was this lady that I was talking to. She actually crashed into a pole.
Holy
What the
shit.
fuck?
Yeah, but I guess she's alright.
You know,
There's a bunch of stories.
why didn't that guy just tell the police officer, I got somebody I got my designated driver, but he went to go check to see if he can get help.
Yeah, that'd be a bad
Right?
idea. Yeah.
To a certain extent. But
It's-
everybody has cell
but you're
phones
right
and
there.
shit.
But he said he got it right there by the entrance of the freeway.
Oh,
So you could probably get away with that. But
maybe. I don't
Even
know.
then, if you're in the freeway, they'll be like, oh, you want to go to, try to get somebody.
Like I said, oh, they came from my house to pick him up, or went to go get tools or something.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on them.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, that shows you drinking makes you really stupid when you have to come up with excuses.
Sapo, he had a broken or a fucked up ankle after.
yeah, like
I don't even know how that happened.
me neither. Like my leg was all fucked up, and then I was like, "I'm not." Oh yeah, I remember that. Do you need an ambulance, man? And I was like, "Fuck no." And then the next day, my whole leg was swollen.
It's like I don't know what happened there. So.
How bad of a crash was it, man?
It wasn't that bad.
Your whole leg was swollen.
I don't.
I think that happened after. I don't
Really?
think it happened during the.
Ariel says there's like a 1 hour, like there's like 3 hours missing. Anyways, that bad luck happened. But really, I lost my job, and then like on around April, I got hired on at Amazon, and then it's been great at Amazon.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I know you're quite depressed.
Yeah,
going
on the road?
On the road, yeah. I
Like,
guess truck
At
driving
Amazon,
can
I'm
be
a completely
depressing.
different person. I'm popular. People like to sit with me.
You're Sapo. Let's hang out
Oh,
with
it's
him.
Edgar.
Oh, Edgar.
Not
Yeah.
Sapo.
Oh, yeah, everybody knows you by
Hey,
Edgar.
wouldn't on your ID it says Edgar, not Edgardo?
No, but it's see my login. It's
No, don't say your
Yeah.
login.
Why not?
Well, it's-
Login it doesn't matter.
yeah. It doesn't really matter. It's a C then Edgardo. Dude, some people have some badass ones. Like, I guess one of my friends, his last name is King, so it's King Bob. Login, pretty cool.
My login's pretty cool.
What is it?
OG Killer.
No, it's not. It's O Otero.
No,
A Otero?
OTE and then area.
Oh,
Oh.
kind of lame. No, but
Sorry, Edgardo.
pretty much it. And then I've been working out again, beefcake mode. Hitting the
Just buy
gym.
that beefcake.
Beefcake.
Oh, yeah. How's that new gym, by the way? How are you
It's-
guys enjoying it?
It's really cool. I like it. I go there in the morning, so it's like less people and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. They have a sauna, which I like a lot.
Sauna. Yeah.
Good workout equipment. and then they have a theater room where you do your cardio. So there's a movie playing while you're working out. I think that's pretty fun.
What about in regards to shows that you've been in past year? I know we've all been to shows this past year.
Past year, you can't really.
Well, what's one
GBH, right?
one show that stuck out a lot as one of the best shows
I don't remember
in this past year?
GBH.
And neither do you. I think
That was a bad
what's one
night.
show that really stood out as being one of a fantastic show?
I don't think 2014 wasn't a good show, was it? I can't really remember.
There
Oh,
was a
you know
shit ton of
what?
shows.
Wasn't
You know
GBH good?
You know what show I really I enjoyed and I liked a lot was Crimson Scarlet, the one at the Henasusu house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun show.
It was alright.
It was.
I mean, it was interesting.
I don't think Crimson Scarlet was the best band
They
there,
weren't.
but
Def Cult.
yeah, I think Def
Yeah,
Cult
they were better.
were the best.
Yeah.
Because I still wear their shirt, Def Cult shirt.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think they were one of the better bands. But yeah, that was good. That was a good.
they
house
had a
party.
really like a set up lights and stuff, the lasers and everything.
That's not really.
That was Crimson Scarlet.
Yeah.
What Crimson Scarlet does is they try to overwhelm you with bullshit. So you're
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
"This music's
I love
not
them.
that great.
I love that band.
That Def Cult was far more interesting, I thought, and more appreciative. But Ariel, what was the
Shows?
show
I don't
that,
even
that
remember
stuck
any
out
shows.
to you this past?
Babes in Toyland was pretty good. We just saw them last week.
Yes, we did.
Or-
They're fantastic.
The first time playing since 2001.
Mm-hmm.
That was their first show
14
playing
years.
since. Yeah, pretty. They sound exactly the same. Like the
They
singer.
do. I'm really surprised how they. The thing is though that it was such a small venue
I think. Yeah.
that if we would have gotten there way earlier, we could have been in front. But even then, it would have been quite a troublesome, huh? Because they held it inside the restaurant area in Pappy. What's the name of the place? Pappy and Harry,
Poppy and Harriet's.
which is out in Pioneer Town.
Over there by like 29 Palms.
Yeah, so it's really secluded, but it's really cool. But
Small in there, man.
yeah,
Because
it's
I seen
very
a band play there, but they played in the outside stage. It's a
Who
lot
do you
better. I saw Brody Dale.
Oh yeah, Brody.
Yeah.
The Brody show was pretty fun too. That
Brody.
2014.
Oh yeah, that was last year, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That was a really good show.
It's hot.
One of my favorite memories that she was in a crowd surf, and I think me and Ariel were about to catch her. We totally know what we're gonna do to her.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, she looked at us and was like, She went to the side and she jumped into some girls.
You fuck, 'cause you're going like this.
Come up here, baby.
I can imagine you to be like the old guys from Eurotrip. Remember when they went on the nude beach?
Oh yeah. When they're in the beach and they was the only girls, so everybody started chasing after her.
Oh,
Those guys going Chica, Chica, Chica. And well, yeah, that was a fantastic show. But back to Babes in Toyland, it was still really good because we ended up ordering food, and since the stage area was so small, they still had cameras set up, so we ended up seeing it from it's not necessarily far away, but we saw it through a camera because everybody else was fucking tall there. Everybody was tall.
They're all like fucking 40, 50-year-olds. Like people that were in their 20s back then when they first started playing went there.
Talking about shows. You guys saw what happened at the Ted Kennedy show when that girl got eaten out by her boyfriend on stage and she was
got
naked?
what?
Eaten out?
The hell?
Yeah, dude went down on his girlfriend and she was like...
Did Kenny show?
Yeah.
On stage or something?
The
on stage,
observatory?
yeah, no. It was at I think it was somewhere by the ocean or something like that, or
Was
up
it-
north or something.
In the Bay Area?
Yeah,
probably?
no, but somewhere near here. I don't know where though. It's like a ocean city. Like
That
a city
Kennedy's
ocean.
the one with the new singer?
Yeah, they fucking that sucks. I mean, I think. Anyways, I reached it. I saw it because Eric sent it
You
to me.
researched it.
Yeah, and I was
I
like,
researched
I
it.
researched the video time and time again.
no, I guess that I'm thinking it was already planned out with her
Oh, really?
boyfriend and
And
couple?
Dead Kennedys?
yeah, and then people saying that nobody really paid attention to that. It was like normal, I guess. I mean, it is kind of. I wouldn't really pay attention. I would say, "Can I go next?" I was like, "Yeah, go next."
To get eaten out by the guy?
Girl. Anyways, bro, that's kind of disgusting and sad for the girl. Imagine.
It's
And,
that's what it is. I guess
yeah,
they're
so-
exhibitionists, so they do
Kinda
what they
weird.
do. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put past you. Can I get a mustache right next? Fucking stuff. All right. So, well, I thought one of the good shows that stood out from last year also was a show that sort of was a little bit different, and I thought Belle and Sebastian was really good.
Oh yeah, they were pretty good.
Just because it was so far off removed from what we usually go to. You know,
good.
I
Too hipster for me.
you know, I gotta thank Mikey for that, for showing us that band because they're fucking good.
Mikey
They're
is pretty
really good.
hipsterish.
Oh my god.
I think you're pretty hipsterish too, bro.
You're hipsterish.
I'll accept that.
Everyone's a king of hipsters.
I'll accept that.
Fucking Spike.
You know, you know what I've been thinking about? I was like, is it necessarily a bad thing to be considered a hipster?
Kinda.
I was thinking,
Yeah,
it
well,
is.
I was thinking about it because if you think about it, we're kind of picky in regards to music as we're getting.
We are pretty hipster in that
Yeah.
sense.
Not really.
No,
'Cause,
trust
see,
me.
No, hipsters, the whole thing is like they go with the trend, so whatever's in.
Oh, that's
we
true,
kind of
that's
stayed
true.
the same with music wise the whole
That's
time.
true.
The
That's
past
true, yeah.
couple, like 10, 15 years, we've been the same.
Like,
We're not following no trends.
Well, you know, that's a funny thing. They asked me at work, what type of music do you like? You know, I said, oh, I like everything. And I realized that I sounded really hipsterish. I was like, I like a lot of things.
let me guess how you said. I like everything.
I just don't like your shit.
Pretty much is what you're saying, though, right?
That's why. That's why. And, you know,
That
the
is
thing
hipsterish.
is, you know, people at my work, some of them don't have the greatest musical taste. Or I shouldn't say the greatest musical taste, but I don't really like the music they listen to. Like, a lot of it is, you know, Kanye
Mediocre,
and
yeah.
everything. Yeah. See?
What was that? Who you said that you were listening to that you started liking?
Oh, Pitbull.
Oh yeah, he came out of nowhere telling me, you know who's really good? Pitbull. I was going like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Let me tell people what happened. So I left my phone on Mikey's car. So for the past 3 months, I haven't had a phone. And then so I'm working out. And then for the past month.
My
So
God,
Pitbull's
no.
his new motivation.
So then when I work out, they're always playing the same set of songs. And then after a while, it starts hitting your mind a little bit. You start listening to it. Like, I was like, oh, this song's actually pretty good. But thank God I have my phone back, and I'm fucking putting on my headphones and working out again, going
Sabo
back to
said
normal.
he was having dreams that he was Jennifer Lopez and he was dancing with
no.
Pitbull. Hold me tight, Pitbull.
Anyways,
I bet in your dreams he was like, Dale. That's terrible. Pitbull, really?
that's pretty bad. Anyways, a hipster thing that I did the other day, right?
Yeah.
It was yesterday, actually. This guy had a two-tone
Oh
ska,
yeah, I heard this story.
Oh.
and then he had the checkerboard thingy, and I asked him, "Oh, cool two-tone,
Two-tone, yeah.
two-tone tattoo." He goes, "It's not two-tone, it's specials." And then I was like, "Oh, cool! I like the specials. I like specials. I like madness.
Man, this wasn't two-tone for a bit, yeah.
What's it called?
Bad manners.
Oh no, the other band,
Selector.
Selector. I said selectors.
Selector, yeah.
And I said,
Selector.
Selector.
No S, bro.
Selector. And then I was like, he was like, I like Selector. And I was like, but I'm pretty excited for Madness this summer. And then, no,
Madness?
Bad Manners. I mean, Bad Manners. I was like, I'm pretty excited for Bad Manners this summer. And then he goes, I never heard of them. And then I was like, conversation over. I'm out.
I love you, yes I do, 'cause I know that you love me too. I love you, yes I do, gonna spend all my money on you. Every day when I say that I'm not gonna take any more. It's okay, don't go away, I feel bad when you're closing the door.
Then you
Fucking
got
poser
on
ass.
your pixie and you wrote it.
Well, technically, the little dancing dude, it is kind of like the specials. So they did started the two-tone record label.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is, but
It's a vice versa. It's a two
You
thing,
know,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Two,
I would say if you know about the specials, you have
No.
to know about two-tone because that's their
That's their
label.
record. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, you know.
So,
And in reality, that look
just because they
and everything
didn't know
was from the two-tone
Yeah.
label. That's I don't think the specials sort of say, "Oh, that's our character." No, that's
no,
a two-tone.
I'm saying, but there were like the first ones to put that on their albums because that was the first records released on the two-tone label.
Also another funny thing that I realized I'm becoming more of a hipster is that my boss, he's into like the Wipers, and I think he came from the Bay Area, so he likes a lot of that Bay Area punk. Like, what's that popular band?
No effects.
No Effects and
The Pennywise?
No, Pennywise is from OC.
Pennywise is from OC, but I wouldn't doubt it. He likes that. Also, the big one that came out
Dead
of
Kennedys.
No,
They did come out of there though.
he loves Dead Kennedys. He loves the
big
Dead
one that
Kennedys,
came out
but
Oh, the big one. What's I don't
it's
know.
just like a Scottish. They sing that time bomb song.
Rancid.
Rancid. So I think he likes that sort of sound. And so I was like this. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go check out Babes in Toys. I'm like, yeah, I never heard of him. And then I tell him, oh, have you heard of this? Yeah, I never heard of him. I was like, oh, have you heard? And then I just told him, I just ended up telling him, I'm just gonna stop saying what other bands so I don't look like a douchebag.
Yeah. When it comes to certain type of music with like the bad manners, you go on forever talking about it, and then when you realize they're not catching on, then you realize conversation over.
Well, there's like a fine line when you're talking to music. That's why sometimes it's not cool talking music
Yeah,
with
it's
other
not
people
cool.
because then you end up looking like a douchebag. Like,
Yeah, you do.
I remember you remember at Showcase when we were drinking in the back, and then there's a bunch of people we're drinking with people like in the couches, and then they're all going, "Oh yeah, we seen this band," and then I started listing like, "Oh yeah, I seen this band, this band, this band," and then I ended up looking like a fucking big old ass douche. I was all going like, "Fuck."
It is.
Well, let's
douchey.
let's get the opinion from the king of the douchebag softball. I've been to this one. I've been to this one.
On an average, I like to go to shows maybe like 100 times a year. So
Right.
I like going to shows.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I really enjoy
Like,
going to shows.
We went to go see Casualties.
Oh, that was a fun
lately.
show.
Oh, yeah.
So I technically like I don't really
Ariel-
like listening to them
Yeah.
like outside, but like I was telling,
Softball?
there's something about seeing the Casualties that brings back like the old type of punk show, like everybody's all
Yeah, the
upbeat,
attitude.
everybody just wants to have fun. Which
Yeah.
nowadays, like most other punk bands, like the shows are like more tame or something. Casualties
Yeah.
just brings out like the fun, energy wise type of
It
thing.
was fun because I think we went there before this summer, or not this summer. Last month we went, and then we had some few beers at a bar. We're walking by, and then we realized I realized it was vomit on the floor. And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a pretty good show." And then we saw this photographer kid. He had some tequila. I was like, "You guys want some?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So we're drinking randomly from some random dude.
And that's how Sapo got herpes.
No, I don't drink it too. I don't know what he's talking about. Anyways, we go inside and we have a few beers, and then the show starts, and I'm singing along with him like crazy. I'm singing along all the songs. He kept on giving me beer, pouring beer on me, and I was like, "Yeah!"
On him, he was going like,
Pour some Coors Light on me. And we're all drinking, having fun. It was a pretty fun show. I mean, they played all their old stuff.
yeah, because it reminds you of like what we used to do when we were fucking teenage years.
One thing, I know also the Casualties have a bit of, well, not necessarily the Casualties, but the lead singer has a bit of a history to him that came out recently.
I don't want to go there.
Year.
I really don't want to go there.
But no, I was just wondering. I
don't think it's true.
Was there anything that did he acknowledge like, oh, the people
No.
are saying shit about me, but it's not, it's
No,
not
it
true.
wasn't. It wasn't something you had to bring up right there and then because it was kind of will be probably get your ass beat.
No, no. I'm not saying.
yeah.
I'm just saying. If he said something.
No.
Well,
It was pretty amazing how he came in like hoodie, like a hoodie on, his army pants.
yeah.
And he just goes in there, and then it was weird because he had like a visor, like a visor.
Built into his sweater.
No, not visor. What's it called? Those hats are like they're straps.
Visor.
Visor? Yeah, yeah, I guess a visor, right? He had a green visor like from Vegas.
Yeah.
And I was like, that looks kind of weird. And he starts like singing and playing and everything.
That sounds amazing.
But pretty much, while Ariel didn't like the music, the show was really good.
Yeah.
it was
So that's
really
why I
fun.
was saying like, Casualties or music like whatever, but I think the
Live is
simplicity and
pretty-
everything about that, and like everybody just gets pumped because
Yeah,
it's
it's
fast,
really fun.
aggressive music, and it's what a punk show should be instead of like most of these other punk shows we've gone to. Like everybody's just tame now. Like they just
Well, you know, that's one of those things that surprised me with Bell and Sebastian as well, is that the crowd wasn't necessarily just sitting down the whole time. At some one point, they all
the thing is
got
like,
up and started dancing.
I like the bands, but
you hated the crowd.
the people that go there, like the people that go there, like I'm gonna go like fuck, I want to suck the fuck out of you. Like everybody was like so fucking like the epitome of fucking douchebag, fucking rich suburban fucking kids like Sapo. Like it was like straight up like I don't know why, but it's like I just see people like that, and for some reason it's just like it rubs me off the wrong way.
I think it's. I don't know about that, but it's funny that the crowd wasn't a bad crowd. It was also quite a bit of older people as well.
Speaking about hipsterish, the other day at work, I saw a black lady with a black flag shirt, and I told my coworker, "I'm fucking offended right now."
Oh my god!
So, anyways, they
So
told
how
me,
many times have you seen Black Flag?
ouch.
Exactly.
I've seen them.
I think I've seen them.
I've seen them twice.
Ouch.
Yep.
Anyways, and then my coworker was like, "How do you know she doesn't listen to him?" I'm gonna go up there. I was thinking of going up to her. Do you like White Minority? Rise Above?
Hey, you never know. She might be after Damage. Hey, some people only like Black Flag when they went more after their Damage album, when they're more heavy metal.
I didn't do it, so I'm enough with that topic.
I'm enough with the topic.
Well, you never know though.
Yeah,
she
you
might
never know.
actually
Who
like
knows?
like it a lot.
There's a lot of people out there that are different, man.
Yeah.
You're just seeing it just because she was a minority, a black minority, so she doesn't like punk.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit seen.
I think that's why
the
you're
wrong way.
So first, she was a woman, so you're a sexist. Second, she was black, so you're a racist. And I think that pretty much covers it.
It was a fucking douche at times. God. Anyways.
Well, I guess we can continue on to the next topic, which is actually the shows that are coming up. Some great festivals going to be coming.
I think the highlight is going to be Tulsa Doom. And
Tulsa Doom, the System at Cruststock, man. This is going to be pretty fun.
I think I'm more excited to see Tulsa Doom than the System, though. I still want to see the System, though, but
that's on a Friday, huh?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
But Tulsa Doom is on a Friday, huh? I think. With the System. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to that one.
I think Friday is Capitalist Casualties, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Saturday is Tulsa Doom.
I forgot about Capitalist Casualties. I remember hearing them a long time ago.
I saw him play in 2005.
Did I see him?
Nah.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not really into them. Not a big fan.
I saw him play with Scarp. I like Capitalist Casualties because their songs are like 20, 40-second songs, really fast, and everybody just gets really crazy for a short period. It's like I had a lot of
breaks
fun.
in between. Gives you breaks in between.
Kinda. They like jump right into it. I think their set was like 20 minutes, and they played like fucking 20 songs or some shit.
Yeah.
What? Punk Rock Bowling is gonna be interesting for Sunday.
Yeah. What? Sunday's
gonna be Conflict with Bad Manners.
Oh, that's gonna be very cool.
That's the only day I want to go.
The Business is gonna play that day.
I think
too?
Rancid is playing.
Rancide's
Monday.
gonna play Friday. Yeah.
Monday.
Fuck Monday.
Yeah.
Saturday are the Muffs playing? When are the Muffs playing?
The first Saturday.
Yeah, I would be going to Saturday and Sunday. The Muffs I want to see.
What was it playing though? That
I'm excited for Conflict.
Conflict,
it's been a while.
Bad Manners, the Muffs.
Conflict has been a while.
Who else is going there?
The Business Conflict, the Kennedys.
Oh yeah, the Business.
Or not the Kennedys, Jello.
Biafra would be.
He's playing the same time Sunday.
Oh really? On Sunday as well.
So like all the good bands are playing Sunday.
Jesus.
Conflict, Bad Manners, Business, Jello.
Are they selling single day tickets
yeah,
already?
they're selling single days.
Go ahead.
I think the 3-day passes are sold out, huh? No, I haven't. So our plan is go one night before,
chill
the morning, chill, drink, because you could see the show from the outside. So we're not gonna buy a show for bands that we really don't want to see, then just buy the ticket for the day after, and then that way we won't be driving over there and be all tired for that night.
Well, I definitely wanted to leave Friday and maybe stay somewhere over there. Yeah, it'd be cool. Well, another show, obviously, one of the biggest shows that is gonna happen around here, even though we're not gonna go.
Coachella?
Is Coachella, yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Guess who's... Yeah, it is. Fuck that shit. But, do you know who's headlining this year?
AC/DC?
Yeah.
That's kind of gay.
That's fucking weird, huh? Considering that's like...
I'm going to say now, I've been saying that since like 2003. Coachella's over. It's fucking over. Well, what happened to another festival? FYA, whatever the fuck that
FYF
is.
festival, what happened with it is that they had to rebuild the park.
Oh, yeah?
So they're going to have it this year. They had it this year, FYF
Wait,
festival.
what's
It's just that there wasn't any bands that I wanted to go see, so what's the point of going to a place where... I think
True.
they had
Didn't
Interpol.
Interpol play?
Yeah, they had Interpol, and I don't like Interpol enough to go, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't justify the price.
Yeah, that's why the year before that was much more better because it was, yes. Primarily, I went because My Bloody Valentine was playing. Then I had, what's it called? The band Black Flag, but was it Flag?
Oh, Flag.
Yeah, Flag, and they were good. And it was just a better show in general. It had more diverse bands
Who else is playing this year?
and Mets, which
I don't know. I know that. Well, like I said, the most important one I think Mike book is Tulsa Doom.
Tulsa Doom.
is one of the good ones.
That's
yeah.
That's like the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
But we're obviously throughout these podcasts, new shows are going to be popping up, so we'll bring them up to you
Also,
guys.
Bane Sebastian's playing again.
Oh yeah, we're going to go see
And
Bill and
Pomona.
Sebastian again.
Kind of gay.
It's fine.
And
I'm out.
You're gonna go see Pitbull, right?
you pay $200 to see Pitbull.
I'm going to take a
VIP.
date.
Well, I know also later on this year, AC/DC is playing like Dodger Stadium.
Oh,
Are they?
Well, the reason why I'm telling I know this is because there's like a pharmacist at work who
Talks about it.
Yeah, talks about it. Even though sometimes I'm not interested in some of the bands he talks about, like Journey and stuff like that. I'm like,
Something that happened last year. We finally had a backyard show here.
Oh yeah,
yes,
the
yeah.
Halloween
Remember?
party.
The Halloween
Yeah.
party.
So yeah, well, let's talk about it
Actually
for the
happened
last
pretty good.
bits.
Huh?
Yeah, I actually had a...
That was really good, actually, surprising.
Surprisingly, it was a pretty good turnout,
The Monster and vodka that Ariel made was amazing.
like always.
It was really good. I
The
think-
PBR was really good from the keg.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. It was like fresh.
Well, just the crowd got pretty much we threw a party here, they threw a party here, and we had a band. Well, obviously we played, which is CFA. Check us out on YouTube.
Link in the bottom.
And a band called Liquid.
Liquid was pretty good.
Is it Liquid? Yeah. Oh, well, one funny story is that I was calling them Aqua. Load.
What were you calling them?
Aqua and Aqua. And Aqua's the Barbie girl band. So the whole night on the mic I said, "Oh, stay tuned, because Aqua's coming up."
What an idiot.
Well, I'm sorry. That Liquid, Aqua. I was just like, oh,
So
piece together.
about that night, Eric, our friend Eric, he came on broadcast.
Oh, he became BFFs with the drummer of Liquid.
Oh yeah.
So, anyways, what I will try to get to real quick, that Eric was offering everybody rides home because he doesn't want nobody to get a DUI.
Jesus Christ.
So guess what? No, he told me that everybody said, "Oh, well, we're good." And then I guess that guy from Liquid he was hanging out with,
Yeah.
he pounded a whole bottle of Jack Daniels or something,
Uh-huh.
and he drove all the way to Hesperia.
Jesus, just drop him off.
No, he didn't drop him off. He just booked it. He said, "No, man, I'm good." And so he just left to Hesperia
crap.
after he pounded a bottle of
He
vodka.
stayed here late. The drummer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because his rest of the band left. He's the only one that stayed.
yeah.
Yeah,
He stayed late too.
I think the ladies got kind of creeped out from us. I don't know.
From you.
Me? Probably.
I mean, you were taking off your pants.
I did
I'm
not
just
take
kidding,
off my
I'm joking.
pants.
Well, let's also let the people know that it was a Halloween party.
Yeah.
So everybody, well, not everybody, but
Some people were
came-
dressed up.
Some people came dressed up. Yeah. Obviously, Mikey, our bass player in CFA, he was Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, I said that you guys remind me of like Rage Against the Machine when you had that one crazy bass player. Or Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit.
No, that was the Biscuit, the guitar player.
Yeah, the
was
guitar
all
player,
weird.
yeah.
But said,
Oh, is this Slipknot?
and we even had like a little fog machine out there and stuff
Oh
like that.
yeah.
But it was really cool. It was a really cool.
Maybe next time we'll have more bands playing.
Yeah, I
At
think
least
so.
one more.
The scene is popping up here. It's coming back around again.
Liquid is pretty cool. We'll probably get them again.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sounded really cool. And what's kind of cool is that they sort of ended up finishing their set with the song that.
Oh, I want to be your dog.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I did not expect.
I didn't
did
expect
not
that either.
that. It would have been a fashion faux pas because we're going to cover it too. Sorry about that, Aqua.
Oh god, but it was a good turnout.
It was a lot better than I expected.
It was great seeing a lot of friends, pretty much coming back again and everything. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me-
So, by the way, though, who ended up winning the costume contest?
I don't know. It's up
Oh,
with the
okay.
shows.
In my head, I felt like I was like a game show host. I thought I was doing a good job, but I heard from other people that I was just slobbering everywhere and just
It sounds about right.
Yeah.
I was just like out of it.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess.
that was when the cops were here. I was inside. I was outside
Yeah.
with the cops. And then I heard something about you giving away gift cards or something.
Yeah, so I gave one to that Ted guy.
Oh
I guess-
yeah, our cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I gave it to Evil Jesus.
Oh, or my friend from
Oh,
work,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then best couple was
Mikey Maribel.
Mikey Maribel,
Oh.
which Mikey went on forever talking about the visa thing. I just thought I don't know
Visa
really.
thing?
Next year we'll have a better thing.
Yeah, next year
What
we
do you
will
mean?
have.
What's up with the visa thing?
I don't know. I guess it was complicated to get the visa activated. The
Yeah.
gift card.
Oh, yeah.
So who knows?
I think next time, think small, think like Starbucks.
I think next
That's
time.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
But surprisingly, Mikey did a 90-degree cake stand, dude.
Yeah,
that shit was
I saw
pretty
that.
amazing.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen somebody do a cake stand in a very long time. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, cake stand.
Oh,
Did
dude.
you end up doing one?
No, did
It
I?
was-
Yeah, I
it was-
did do one.
Yeah, I thought it ended up in fail. And what did you dress up as? I forgot.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, you're.
I gave up. I tried to be Popeye, but it didn't really fit.
He wasted money on a costume he
forgot.
never got back.
I forgot Popeye.
Oh god, that was
And
bad.
well, let's just let the listeners know real quick what the costume consisted of. It pretty much consisted of pants, a shirt, and arm sleeves that were completely different color from your skin. And what's funny is that you had to stuff up the arms with something, so we ended up stuffing it up with newspaper.
I put it on, looked in the mirror, and I was like, I'm over it. I'm not doing this. You know, the bad thing is that me and Ariel, before we bought the costume,
Yeah.
we went to Ritual for their 1-year anniversary.
Oh yeah, that was we were drunk before the year party started.
So we're all drunk. We were drunk and trying to figure out where that costume was like. Popeye, and everyone, we were drinking like, yeah, I totally see you with it. It seemed like a good idea to the time.
I know that's what they say. Like, don't ever make buying decisions when you're drunk.
But the 1-year anniversary at Ritual was pretty fucking amazing.
2
man.
year.
2 year, yeah, 2 years.
Oh man, the Mandarin orange. Oh my god, that thing was fucking amazing.
I like the brown. The brown.
It was alright.
I like the brown
don't
a
know.
lot.
Well, next year we're gonna have our second annual Halloween party. Then
Yeah.
Yeah.
getting it out
Well,
there.
no, not next year. This year.
Oh, this year, yeah. Getting it out there.
Speaking about partying, last weekend, me and Ariel were headed over to South Central for a backyard party.
Oh, really? How was it?
We couldn't. We
We
didn't
didn't
end up.
end up finding it.
We didn't end up finding it. But anyways, in front of that house, they were having a fucking Bicep festival, and then we were like astonished because they had fireworks. They had like fog
They had a
machine.
stage, has fog, like actual professional fog machine.
Yeah.
Lights everywhere.
They had, like,
Security.
At a house?
At
Yeah,
a house.
And they had a projector up, but it didn't look like a projector. The thing looked like a damn TV on the damn thing. I was like,
On the
fuck.
back of the stage.
Yeah.
It was like all hooked up.
Lasers everywhere.
It looked like you know one of those chunty like fucking concerts and shit, like
Yeah.
a patio and shit.
Yeah.
Or rodeo.
So
It was
I'm
like
just
straight
throwing it
up
out
that.
there because our next party's gonna be like that.
You know, I was,
It's gonna be a crappy ass stage.
a couple of planks of wood just going across it.
Have a TV in the back, playing YouTube videos or something.
We'll just get all the big TVs. Nobody uses it anymore.
Right.
Well, and that's gonna do it for this this week bi-weekly podcast. We will see you guys again in 2 weeks, and hopefully we'll have this up pretty relatively soon.
Should go on up today, hopefully.
Today?
Until we get
Okay.
fucking tired of it or just
Pretty
annoyed
much.
by it.
So just
Welcome back.
Yeah.
back.
So just comment, let us know what you guys want us to talk about, and also I think it'd be kind of interesting
Or
to
if you
do
guys want
like
us to
a
quit.
Oh, a real quick announcement
yeah.
out there. Somebody out there is even listening to this. If you're gonna go to an event, put you're going and you're actually gonna show up. Don't put going and not showing up. Just throwing it out there because I'm pissed off.
Why? Well, let's just get this real quick. What's up with that?
Oh, I'm just saying. I don't know why.
It sounds like something we could talk about next.
All
show.
right, yeah. So, also, if you guys want any questions or
Any
advice,
questions for us?
go ahead and message us. And
Sapo
we'll,
is like the greatest advice giver,
Yeah.
by the way. Throwing it out there, guys.
pretty much he is the Buddha.
I'm kind of lonely around 2:30 in the morning, so just hit me up.
Yeah, and
Well,
we'll
I think
go-
you're talking about personal messages now.
yeah. No, we'll discuss them here on this
Oh,
podcast.
and we're looking for new guests in the show. Huh? No?
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to do some
That wouldn't be
guests,
bad.
We're not gonna have our
So-
usual guests this time around.
Yeah. Which ones? Oh, well, I don't know. I can't.
And we'll probably have more stuff out for you guys.
Maybe we
and
should get a
also-
celebrity in here.
Maybe we can even, I don't know.
And
We'll
also,
see. Maybe a live band play once.
It'd be kind of
That'll
interesting
be,
too.
that's something ambitious later on.
All right, so next week we'll have CFA play.
Let's see if we can try booking them.
I
I heard they're really hard.
you have to work some magic with that group.
Hey, we should get a live band going though.
Yeah, we'll
We have everything
we
set
have
up
good
here.
ideas, yeah.
It just depends how it sounds like.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it'll come out well. Right?
We
But,
could interview them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, all right, well,
Oh, any bands that want to do that, just like hit
Hit
us
us
up.
up.
all right.
All
So,
those 2 people that are listening.
all right, so that's it for this week's podcast. Like always, it's Edgar.
Goodbye.
There
Thanks
we
for
go.
copying my shit. Goodbye.
And from me,
Anything?
have a good night.
Security, a nice house. I guess that's important to some people.
No, it's not important to some people, Robbie. It's important to all people.
Because I'm brave, brave. It's all different than what for once I can't believe.